It's been a long time since I've dropped a good story on you guys. Mainly because a lot of the stories that I have left are stories that I don't necessarily want to share. They're stories with a little too much personal information about my life. But you know what? I don't really care. I'm gonna tell you these stories anyways, because not only is this story like really good that I'm about to tell you about this house party I threw, but there is valuable life lessons in this. This is gonna be the first ever story that I told where I'm like also giving you a guide on how to throw the best house party ever. I mean, I don't know if any of you are planning on throwing a party or not, but either way, you're gonna get a guide on how to throw a really good party. You gotta learn from my mistakes, man. I messed up. The party that I threw when I was like, damn, dude, I was like 17 or 18. It got a little bit too rambunctious. It was a little bit too Project X. I learned things from it that I can pass on to you, some valuable information. So listen up. Stop doing your history homework. I don't care if you're studying for the final exam to become a doctor. This is more important. Here is how to throw the best house party you've ever been to and also hosted. My party starts off like literally any other party that any kid has ever thrown. My parents are going out of town and I'm talking to my friends and somehow they convince me that, you know, I just want to have a few people over. Like, come on, Mike, we're just going to have a few beers with like 5 of us. And I was like, whatever, that sounds good. All right, let's do it. There was no preparation in this party at all. We just basically decided to have people over and then just like did it. Now, when I had this party, I had a goal in mind. I knew what I wanted, okay? I might have had this little crush on this cute girl from high school. And you know, I'm trying to get her over to the house party because when you host a house party, you're like a legend. You're the boss of the party. You basically like, the girls just come to you. Like in my head, I'm already picturing the situation. I'm like, dude, this is perfect, man. Like she's gonna show up. Let's give her a name. Let's say that her name is,
Helen.
No.
Make her name Helen, Mike.
No, that's what everybody wants me to call her.
But Mike, the meme.
No, that's stupid. I'm sick of that.
This is why your channel is dying, you unfunny piece of—
Shut up. Her name is Gwyneth. So me and my friends at my house, and we're just like casually drinking. We got some snacks out. We're ready to go. And then I send a text to dear old Gwyneth. I don't know why I picked like a 70-year-old name, but this brings me to the first life lesson. This is a mistake. If you want a girl to show up to your party, you do not invite that girl.
Wait. What do you mean, Mike? That doesn't make sense. How is she gonna show up at the party?
See, I made the mistake of directly asking her to show up to my party, right? And then she has to be the one to convince her friends to go and everything, and it's just like this whole ordeal. You never know if they're actually gonna show up unless they actually like you, which I probably wasn't that likable of a high school kid, so, you know, I don't know if she even wanted to go. But if I was smart, I would have invited like 3 or 4 of her closest friends. Because then all of a sudden, all of her friends get invited to this party, and then she's just sitting there like, what the hell? Like, I'm jealous of my own friends. And she'll show up. But anyways, I invited Gwyneth over, and then I texted like 10 people to come over. I was stupid. I was like, all right, we'll have 10 people over. You know, maybe that girl will show up, and then like, it'll just be kind of like a chill party night. Actually, you know what? This brings me back to the very first rule of having a party, by the way. I should have covered this at the beginning of the video because this is arguably the most important part. All right, go upstairs, grab a Q-tip, pause this video, and clean out your ears because I want you to listen to me. Rule number 1 of having a party is never, ever, ever have a party at your own house. It's so stupid. There are millions of places where you can have a party. Go to like a public place. Build like a box club like that Out of the Box show and then just have like a party in boxes on the streets.
Let's look for one that's long and—
All of the people that I knew that partied a lot, they had this guy that was like 15 minutes out of the city who owned like a huge barn in some farmland, and they literally paid this guy like $50 just to have huge parties in his barn. Apparently they had really loud music and they were sweet parties. I swear to God, I think the guy's name was Bob, and I heard he walked around with a shotgun at this party. Kind of killing the vibes, I think. You know, all of a sudden you're taking a drink with some cute girl and Bob rolls up behind you with a 12 gauge. But I heard they had sick parties and I never went, so I regret that. All right, anyways, so you know how I said I invited 10 people? Well, 50 people showed up. I don't even know how. It's like there's party leechers out there. If you're under 21, people just like sit on a police scanner and they listen for like parties. Yeah, some guy that I saw at a grocery store once like 14 years ago, yeah, he's having a party, man. Let's go. That's basically what it was. I didn't even know half the people that showed up. This whole time that these people are showing up, I'm getting a little nervous. They're coming in groups of 5. The whole street is filled with people's cars. It'll be some guy that I half know and he'll come in with like 4 other people. Yo, Mike, what's up, man? Like, you don't mind if my friend Tyler and my friend Alan here. You know Alan. Nah, dude, I've never met Alan in my life, dude. Oh, yeah, man, you don't mind if he comes in, man. He's a great guy, man. Leeches, man. They're just leeches. There's party leeches out there, and you don't necessarily want them at your party unless they're bringing, like, either a lot of girls, a lot of booze, or just in general, they're fun to be around. So everybody except for me is enjoying themselves at this party. I'm just picturing this huge cleanup that I'm gonna have to do because there's people upstairs throwing cans everywhere. There's people downstairs smoking cigarettes, literally inside of a house at age like 17. I'm guessing those people didn't amount to anything. I don't know because I didn't know them, but like I'm just assuming that they work at like Subway now, probably. You know, no offense to people who work at Subway. I'm just saying. I just remember going in the kitchen and there's people making like mac and cheese, but nobody knows how to cook mac and cheese. So they're making mac and cheese in like a crock pot and they're adding like things that don't belong in mac and cheese. They're like, Mike, you got any butter? Yeah, man, there's butter in the fridge. Oh, great, man. You got some milk? Yeah, man. Here's some milk. Put it in there. Oh, sweet, dude. Dude, you got any mayonnaise? Do you need mayonnaise in the mac and cheese, man? I didn't think that mayonnaise went in mac and cheese. Oh, no, man. I read the box, dude. It's in there. Oh, and by the way, man, where do you keep your white vinegar? All right, I'm 100% sure there's no white vinegar in mac and cheese. Nah, man, read the box, man. It's in there. And where do you keep your beeswax again? So we got some Walter White mac and cheese being cooked up in the kitchen. Every single bathroom and bedroom is just, you know, occupied. I don't even want to know what happened. Still to this day, if I ever run into those people, I'm just gonna pretend that they were playing Monopoly in a bathroom for some reason. But now I've got 50 of like the weirdest people in my city there, and the girl that I was trying to get to this house party is like sketched out. So I'm trying to convince this girl to come over still, and she's just like, oh yeah, I heard Jimmy the crackhead's there. I'm like, no, that was Jimmy's brother. He's in prison. It's good now. He's cool. He's clean. And then everybody's always worried about the cops, and it sucks, man. Like, you gotta control who comes into your party. The best way to do this is find the biggest guy that you know. Find some huge lineman on your school's football team. Just tell him he gets to drink for free or throw him some money or whatever, but he is the designated bouncer of your party. People show up that you don't want there, they're not on this magical list. There doesn't even have to be a list. Just tell the guy to kick people out that just look sketchy. So I've got like a few drinks in me throughout this party because it was like stressful, and I just decided to let loose, have some fun. I was young and I just want to have a good time. So I'm just sitting there, I'm listening to some music, which by the way got taken over by one guy. This is one of the worst things that can happen at a party. There's always going to be one guy that thinks he has some elite music taste over everyone else. This guy, it was sent from God as a prophet to like fix the millennials like music taste. It's the same guy that comments on those videos saying that he wishes he was born in a different generation, which is funny because everybody else wishes he was born in a different generation too. This guy sniffs out the little speaker I have hooked up to music and he's like, yeah, listen to this. You guys have never heard of this, but it's a great song. Some girl I ran into wanted me to play Last Friday Night by Katy Perry. Okay, it's not like the best song in the world. It's not winning any awards, I don't think. But shit, man, if a girl wants me to play Last Friday Night by Katy Perry, I'm playing Last Friday Night by Katy Perry. But no, this guy knows a local band, dude. They're great. Because yeah, everybody's just vibing at the party. There's this great music. Dude, just kick those people out is my point. So finally, we're reaching the end of the night. Like, I'm pretty drunk. At the time, I think I could get drunk off like 2 or 3 beers, you know? I think my friend put on some hand sanitizer and just like the smell of the hand sanitizer was like one shot to me. But I'm getting to the point where like I want to go to sleep and I want to kick people out. Gwyneth, the girl that I was trying to get to this party, just completely bailed. She was like, yeah, sorry, like we're just afraid the cops are showing up. There's too many sketchy people there. So basically the whole point of the party was completely lost that night because I should have invited her friends over. But now I'm tired and I just want people out of this house so I can get to cleaning it up. You almost want to have a cop that you know that can come and kick people out at a certain time. Because I remember going downstairs and there's like 30 people in my basement. And I'm just like, hey guys, you know, I'm time to go. And they're just like, haha, nah, it's not. Thank God I had like 4 friends there that night that really helped me kick people out because I honestly don't know how I would do it if I was alone. Shit, for all I know, we started some rumor that the cops actually were gonna show up and we started freaking out. We're like, everybody's gotta go. We're all gonna get underages. It's always crazy when people leave a house party too because they're just like not thankful at all. Hey man, I made some meth slash mac and cheese slash a nuclear bomb on your kitchen table. You know, messed up the bathroom a little bit. Drank your parents' alcohol. Puked in the toilet a few times. But yeah, you know, you're welcome for showing up. So eventually I got everybody out of this house and then I started doing like the clean sweep where I went through to see what the damage was. Went downstairs to the basement where the majority of people were and there's this huge disgusting pile of vomit just sitting on the carpet. It's just in one of the bedrooms down there. Like someone just puked on the carpet and was like, All right, man. Great. You know, drunk me and young me, I didn't know how to clean up puke, so I just took a vacuum cleaner, just tried to vacuum it up, destroyed the vacuum cleaner, and I actually took like 5 hours to clean this entire house. I had one friend that helped me clean up for a few hours, but I was up until 8 in the morning. After cleaning for 5 hours, dude, it was just not worth it. Especially when I couldn't even get Gwyneth there, man. So I guess the moral of the story is when you're a kid, you have all these things going on. You're learning, you're trying to prepare for college and for life, going on adventures and meeting new people and stuff like that. Don't do any of that and just have a house party. We're all gonna die one day and no one ever regretted having a house party on their deathbed. Just don't have it at your own house.
If you fuck with winning, put your lighters to the